Yo guys, what's going on? Christopher Lopez here with JerseyBeast.tv. And in today's episode, we are going to be covering how to build muscle quickly. There is a way to do it right and there's a way to do it wrong. So the way to do it wrong is to lift heavy, lift often, eat a ton of food, like to where you're not even tracking, you don't even know what you're eating, but you're just eating everything in sight. You will get really strong and you will add muscle mass, but you will also get really fat if you do it that way. So don't take that approach. Learn from me, because that's the approach I took when I first started getting into bodybuilding, and I got really fat, like really fat. I got really strong and really muscular too, but I got really fat. And now it's a problem because I have loose skin and I have problem areas now when I got to get really lean to see my abs. So learn from me. Don't be that guy that just eats everything in sight, because it will be a pain to take off the weight later. So the right way to do it is there's three things you have to take into account. Right, number one is training. If you are following this channel and you read my blog, JerseyBeast.tv, then you know that we love to train, we love to lift, we love to push heavy weight and pull heavy weight. Throw in some crazy workouts from now and again. So you guys probably, if you're watching this video, you're covered in this department. You already know that you have to train and work out and lift. Now that said, you can get more muscular by doing any sort of training that involves some sort of external stimulus, like Olympic lifting, powerlifting, bodybuilding, general strength and conditioning. You can get more muscle by doing any one of those things, but I will say, if your plan is to build muscle as fast as possible, your best bet is to go with some sort of bodybuilding split or a hybrid bodybuilding split, just because the sole purpose of that training split is to build muscle mass. So if you're not concerned so much about performance or Olympic lifts or maxing out, I would follow a bodybuilding split. Your strength will go through the roof as well, but you're not focusing on a PR or a 1-rep max. You're focusing on getting bigger muscles, and that's the ultimate goal. So follow a bodybuilding split if you're not following one already. If you don't have one, if you're watching this video and you don't have a bodybuilding split or are clueless to what that is, comment down below and let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. All right? But that would be my advice on building more muscle, would be to follow some sort of bodybuilding split. Number 2, or letter B, nutrition. This is where a lot of guys get in trouble. So most guys have the training down. They follow a bodybuilding split, they follow a strength training program, they have the training down, they have an idea of what they're supposed to do in the gym. This is where they get in trouble. A lot of guys do not eat enough to gain enough weight, okay? So you got guys, I get guys in my gym all the time and they tell me, you know what, Chris, I'm eating a ton. And then I ask them to write down what they're eating, and it's like 1,200 calories a day. You're not gonna grow on 1,200 calories a day. It's not gonna happen. So you have to know what you're putting in your body, in what amounts. The easiest way to do that is get a notepad, write that shit down, jot it down, all right? Once you have an idea of what you're putting in your body, you can make calorie adjustments then and there. You'll know if you need to add more carbs, you'll know if you need to add more protein to cut the fat out. You'll have an idea of where you stand, what you need to do after assessing the situation, and what changes you need to make. So if you're not sure what you're eating or how much you're eating, write it down. All right? Not enough. The second issue a lot of guys have with this is they eat too much. So on the other end of the spectrum, you hear guys say, I want to bulk up, and they eat everything in sight while they're lifting, and they're really fat. They get a huge gut, they get stronger, and they get bigger arms. But when it comes time to lean out, it's a problem. It's really hard to do. Don't be that guy either. Make sure that you know what you're putting in your body. And honestly, you don't have to eat much more than your maintenance level to put on muscle mass. So if your maintenance level is, 2,500 calories, all you got to eat is 2,750 or 3,000. Shoot for those numbers first. But you still have to maintain some sort of order in what you're eating, because if you don't know, and you're eating like meals that have high fat and high carb and high protein content, and they're like 1,000 calorie meals or 1,200 calorie meals, you're going to get fat. It's going to happen. And then again, when it comes time to cut that weight off, it's going to be a problem. You're not going to want to do it. You're going to have to do extra cardio, which is a bad word. I know cardio sucks. I'm not a fan of it either. But you're going to have to do it to cut that fat off. You're going to have to really dial in your diet, cut out a lot of the carbs, and maybe lower your carb days. and really stick to a strict diet and do your conditioning. And that's the only way around it. So if you don't want to get to that point, really monitor what you're eating. And you want to eat between 250 and 500 calories over your maintenance level. All right, start there. The third thing that will help you put on muscle mass quickly is recovery, rest and recovery. R&R. You need to sleep. You grow when you sleep. Your hormone profile balances out when you sleep. If you are not sleeping, your hormones get out of whack, and you're not going to get the max benefit from your training and your nutrition. So this is just as important as your nutrition and your training. If you're not resting, you're not sleeping properly, or maybe you're getting shitty sleep, you will see less results. It will definitely take longer for you to get bigger and stronger. I guarantee you. You may even get injured more often. You may even get sick a little bit more often. It might be easier to overtrain if you're training a bunch of days out of the week. You know, and one way to think about recovery too is if you're lifting 6 days a week, maybe cut it to 4. You know, that may be the only change you need to make is to cut from 6 days to 4 days, because you're allowing your body to recover better, recover faster for the next workout, and you start growing, right? So these are little tweaks you guys have to think about. It's not just about the training, all right? Rest and recovery is a big one. It's a big one. Once you get these 3 things in order, you'll start to see definite results in the gym. But remember, this is probably the least important one, all right? Rest and recovery and nutrition are probably more important than your training. Training is just a stimulus. That's just what's going to damage the muscle fibers to allow for new growth. But these 2 are the things that actually create new growth, nutrition and the rest. All right, guys? That's all I got. If you got some value out of this video, please like it, share it, comment down below if you have any questions about what we covered today, or if you have any questions about training in general. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions in a new video. And subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. There's a ton of other videos going up on this channel. And last but not least, click on the right side of the screen here. I have a free gift with your name on it, just for saying thanks, for being awesome, checking out my videos, checking out my channel, sticking with me this long. It's totally free. All you got to do is click the link, put your email in, and I will send you a password so that you can access it. But it's a free muscle building gift just for you guys, just for being awesome and hanging out for a little bit. All right, guys, until the next video, I'll see you later. Make sure you rest. Peace.